What's up, guys? It's Regina, aka Efoma. Welcome to Attractive Minds, Love and Respect. I'm here to bless your game with another video today, guys. This video is in regards to Joseph. Do you know a Joseph? Have you been a Joseph? I'm sure once upon a time in our life, we all have been in the position of a Joseph. So stay tuned. You won't be disappointed. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I see that you guys are just as eager as I am to talk about this topic because I'm sure we all have had a time in our lives where we were placed in a situation where family was an issue for us, where we had to choose whether we should stay or whether we should walk away. And when you have grown to love people for who they are, the hardest thing is to walk away. But not everyone has accepted the fact of loving you for who you are, and that's where the conflict comes in. So now you're placed in this position of becoming a Joseph, where you are removed from your family to become something great. You understand? So even though your situation may not play out like his, is still the outcome. All scriptures that I speak about in regards to these topics, I'm going to place at the bottom of the screen so you guys will be able to catch up or, be able to go and look for yourself as in what I'm speaking about. Now, I'm not going to get in depth of these scriptures. I'm going to make it relatable to our life circumstances and how we should maneuver based off of God's word. Okay, so what led me here was the Genesis 12, chapter 1 and 2, where Abram was told to leave his land and leave his family and his relatives to another land where God will make him great. God will bless the nation that he is in to become something amazing. That caught me because sometimes we have to leave what we have known from time of birth in order to be something great, in order to walk into our true calling and our true purpose. And it's not, just saying, oh, turn your back on your family, but sometimes you have to remove yourself from certain activities, from certain, conversations and things like that in order to find your true calling. And that's the information that I received in regards to Abram, who now calls himself Abraham, because he couldn't stay to prosper. He had to leave. And some of us are hesitating on leaving because of what we've always known and the fear of walking into our purpose. Sometimes we have situations where you are forced to leave. You are forced to walk away. And that brought me to to Joseph, where he had to deal with having these gifts of seeing things before time. And his only problem was that he expressed them to people that he loved, to he thought the ones that loved him. And they hated him for it. They were jealous of him. They envied him. And I'm sure if he was to ask them, hey, you guys have a problem with me? Oh, no, I don't have a problem. We're fine. We're good. But deep down inside, there is a problem. So that's me to Genesis 37, chapter 5, where it speaks about Joseph having a dream. And he told his brothers that of this dream that he had, and they hated him for it. And they plotted and schemed on how to get rid of him because of the multiple dreams that he had and he spoke of. And because of the fear of them trying to get rid of him, God made it to the point where they was to sell him. Sell him to a place where he was going to be great. And in that time of him sitting, he didn't tell a soul what his brother's done. He didn't speak bad on their name. He didn't curse them. All he did was stayed in the presence of God. He helped others, helped people see the vision that they needed to see in regards to what they were dealing with, what God was trying to show them. He made others, understand their purpose. So he still did God's work, even in his storm, not knowing what his life had to offer. And the reason I say that, because when we go through situations in our life where we're battling, having misunderstandings, conflict with the ones that we love, we tend to act out and call out, and we need the negative support. We need the negative encouragement. We need the negative assistance from others to make us feel like what we have going on, what we have done is right. But it's not. Do you think if Joseph would have spoken of the things that his brothers have done to him, that he would have been in the position that he was in? Do you think if he would have called them out by their names, told where he was living with his father, or whatever the case is, would he have been as further in life than the people that done this to him if he would have spoken these things? No. But he sat there, he took it, he dealt with it, because his trust was not in man, his trust was in God. And because he trusted in God, the man that he assists to understanding his purpose, his visions, blessed him. And he became a conqueror. He became a man of many talents, a man of many hats. And he came across his enemies again, and he fed them. And how hard that was, he still was obedient. Yeah, he took him through a little circles, hell and hot water, but it was for a purpose and for a cause. Because of the love that Joseph still showed his enemies, they did not recognize him. Because when you're in the presence of God, when you have accepted God, when you are aligned with yourself, you look different. You talk different. You walk different. There's something about the way you carry yourself, the way you hold your shoulders, the way you hold your head up, the way you speak. That was trying to become above you is now beneath you. And it's not that you hold yourself higher, it's just that God holds you higher. Because you can't get arrogant, you can't have an ego. You have to let God fight your battles. You have to let the universe move the things around the way it needs to be shifted in order for you to be rewarded through that hard pain that you went through that suffering that you endured. You have to pray and allow those things to be done for you. And I know that is the hardest thing to do because I had to experience that myself. It's the hardest thing to do when you're so used to handling things on your own or handling things a certain way. And it's like, oh, I'm not going to tolerate any disrespect. But sometimes you got to tolerate it and just let God deal with it. Because the reward that you're going to receive by allowing him to deal with it versus you dealing with it is going to be way more greater. God does not take us through these situations for nothing. So if you're feeling in a position where you feel like it's time for you to remove yourself from certain people, then it's time. You don't want to get to a position where God removes you forcefully. If you have if you're in the position to remove yourself on your own and just create a spacious peace, then do that. You know what you're feeling, and you know that the feeling you feel is not right, it's not of love, and you are entitled to feel the way you feel because you know what it takes to love you. Put yourself first. Put God first, number one. Have enough power to say enough is enough. I am not taking this no more. I am tired. I deserve better. My children deserve better. You know, this was something that I had to deal with growing up, but now I have a choice to make a decision, and I am not dealing with this as an adult, and I am not going to bring my children up in this. And that is completely fine. And it's okay to love people from a distance. I honestly did not know how to love from a distance. This was something that I had to be taught, honestly. But it's still love, because when you are doing things under God, it's going to always be love. And if you have negative thoughts, then you need to deal with that trauma that is still there. You need to heal from that trauma. And in order to heal, you still have to be in presence of God, the presence of your spirit guides, of your angels. You have to meditate. You have to let them surround you and put their arms around you and heal those broken pieces of you. No longer will you walk around broken. No longer will you walk around hurt and sad and abused. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to love yourself. It's time for you to put yourself first after God. It's time for you to acknowledge who he is, because he is carrying you through this process and you have not acknowledged him yet. Thank him. Love on him. Embrace him, because he has your angels working for you and you don't even know it. Trust the process. When you trust the process, everything works out for your good. I am broken, but I am healed. And he will repair. You are enough. You are worthy. You are capable. And you can do anything you put your mind to. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Someone to tell you that you can do it? Did we just talk about Joseph? And if it's not related to family, it's related to friends. You don't need anyone to tell you anything. And you know what? Let me show you why. Let me show you why. Because when God created this world, God created Adam and Eve. And he put Adam over the garden and the animals and everything of the world. He told Adam, you can have any and everything up in here, but this tree of knowledge, don't touch it. Adam was like, okay, I got you, God. I got everything else. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. Right? Here come his wife, his spouse, his woman, his friend, his encourager, or whatever the case you want, whatever you want to call her. And she said, oh, this tree look good over here. We didn't get this tree. Oh no. Well, yeah, it do look good, but taste it, eat it. He ate the fruit, whatever it was, an apple, a fruit, a peach, a plum, a grape, whatever. grapefruit, whatever. He ate it. God said, why? Genesis 3:17. Because you listened to your wife, which I commanded you, do not eat, you would be cursed. The ground would be cursed because of you. That message, you have orders that God has given you, and yet you still turn to man for answers. God already told you what he told you, and yet you still need to go and get verbal validation from people in order to pursue something in your life, when God has already clarified what it is that you need to do and how you need to do it. That inner voice that's telling you that you need to let that go, that you need to move on, that you need to pursue this, that's God speaking to you saying, this is what I want you to do. And because we don't listen to that voice, because we go and say, you know what, girl, I was thinking that I need to go ahead and start my own nail salon, girl. Girl, what you gonna start a nail salon for? They got all these Chinese people over here starting a nail salon, girl. You ain't good at these Chinese people starting this nail salon. What makes you think you can do it? And there you go, losing your vision, losing your opportunity, losing your passion, losing your direction. You just losing all your goals that you felt like God has given you because you listened to a person he didn't authorize you to talk to. But it's a lesson that you learned, and next time you know. But because you did that, you had to go through the loss process. The loss process. Oh, I just don't know what I want to do with myself now, because everybody I talk to about what I want to do saying I can't do it. I shouldn't do it. Half of them are already feeling like they feeling because they don't even have a thought of what they want to do. All of your answers, all of your questions, you need to just sit and be in peace within him and let him speak to you. Let him put your angels to work, baby. Let them align some stuff for you, move some stuff out the way for you, close some doors for you, find some keys to open up some new doors for you. And instead of talking to those people, talk to him. Write down some stuff, baby. If you want to go talk, write. And I'm telling you, that's what I did. If the situation is not changing, then it's changing you. If the situation is not changing, then it is changing you. And that situation that Joseph was in, it didn't change because his brothers disliked him because of what God has shown him. And because it did not change, the situation changed Joseph. It changed Joseph to be a powerful man, to be a great man, to be a man that blessed so many people, even his enemies. So sometimes we want to take control into our own hands. We have to just let God do it. We have to let our angels fight our battles. That's why they are here, to assist us. And that's the hardest thing to do, because when you want to get even, but getting even don't show how bad you are. Getting even don't show how powerful you are. It shows how weak you are. Yeah, you might can say 1,000 cuss words and cuss somebody out 55 times in one sentence, and you bad. No, you weak. Being strong is saying, okay, baby, you got it. Good. And continue to do you. Pursue you. Let your life go on. Because they're going to talk about you. Everything that comes up in regards to your name going to be negative. But when they see you, they're going to see God's presence through you and around you. And they're going to be like, man, what's she been doing? What he been doing? They looking good. They glowing. That's God's grace, baby. I don't know about you, baby, but I know I love some God's grace. And I love to be surrounded by my angels that he has sent to me to assist me. As I say, I got a whole team walking with me, baby. You just can't see them. A whole team walking with me. You just can't see them. You can come for me. That's fine. It won't prosper. You won't get far. You're just going to find yourself in the corner thinking about shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Be great. It's in you. Live life. Be happy. Make your moves according to your purpose, your feelings, your dynamics in life. You have the power to change the dynamics in your life. You first need to gain mental strength. And in order to gain mental strength, you have to be within self. Become one within self. Meditate. Pray. Clear your thoughts. Clean your mind. Revamp your mind. And then you'll start getting those clear thoughts. Which direction you need to go. How you need to maneuver. Okay? Stay positive. Stay happy. Stay joyful. Encourage. God is not done with you yet. You understand? There are so many things that you have manifested that is getting ready to come your way. That job you've been praying for, it's coming. It's just that the one that you at had to prepare you. Or you lost that job where you were because you have to learn to appreciate some things. And sometimes we put our own selves in bad situations because we don't listen to the voice that God is speaking to us. And we're not listening. So we put ourselves in bad situations. So, to all my spiritual goddesses out there, I adore you. There's so much work that needs to be done in this world. I just know that you guys are on overload. I just only can imagine. Keep doing what you're doing. We thank you. The world needs you. And keep on pushing, boo. We see you. We see each other. And to all my attractive minds, love and respect, I thank you guys so much for tuning into this video and for supporting me and liking the videos and watching them. Like, man, I truly appreciate you, honestly. To just know that I got a thought making videos, and I was scared because I'm like, what I need to talk about that they want to hear. And I remember, wanting to, when I brought it up about doing a video, be like, about what? Oh, you're boring. This, that. But I didn't listen to the people. And I pursued and move on forward. And God told me this is what I want you to start doing and how you need to do it. And that's what I did. And that's what I'm doing. And there's going to be some people that don't want to hear it. And that's fine. There's going to be people feeling like, I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's fine. But for those that come across and it helps just a little bit, I'm good and I'm happy with that. So don't fold back on what you have. What you have, what you can do can help someone just a little bit. If 10 people don't like it and one does, keep on moving. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you are or have been in the position of Joseph, then just keep your faith. Stay faithful in God's presence. Stay away from negative thoughts, negative comments, negative energy. Protect yourself. You understand? It's okay. And let me know your outcome. Because there's always going to be an outcome when you're in the position of Joseph. Always going to be an outcome. I guarantee you. So, I love you guys. Until next time.